Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and today's video is all about peaches. Guster is right at my feet. Guster, do you have something that you would like to say to the people? Thank you so much. That was moving, truly, really. So obviously we are not in my kitchen for this video. I am experimenting with a different filming style today. Basically, I'm one person and I only have one camera. I'm going to try a different way of filming so that I can get you guys closer to the actual food and closer to like what's actually going on so you can actually see everything. I'm very excited to try it, so let me know if this works for you guys. Basically, last week I went peach picking with my friend Chloe. We drove an hour away to see a very, very nice woman running her fruit stand and her farm and picked like so many peaches for $10 each. It was kind of insane. And the entire hour driving back, we were just talking about what we were gonna do with all of these peaches and we were both very excited. Peaches are, I think, top 3 of my favorite fruit, if not my favorite fruit. They are either the same level or just behind oranges and citrus fruits. I love stone fruit season. So I figured I'd take you guys into the kitchen today and show you what I did with all of these peaches. This video is gonna have more than one recipe in it. A little treat for you all because I had just so many peaches that I wasn't gonna do just one thing with them. So first we're gonna be making peach tahini buns. These buns were based off of a croissant that I made not that long ago. That was a tahini apricot croissant. So it has like the same tahini part on the bottom, but I obviously swapped out apricot for peaches and it's 105 degrees outside right now, so I'm not making croissant dough. So we're doing like a brioche style enriched dough. And then next we're going to be making a stir together brown butter peach upside down cake that I'm so excited for. It just really highlights the peaches and how beautiful they are. Especially in the heat of the summer, I love something that's quick and easy and stir together, and who doesn't love a brown butter cake? So with all that said, let's get started. So after like 15 minutes of mixing, oh my god, it got so dark. It's like about to storm. I'm so sorry. After like 15 minutes of mixing, my dough is very soft. It's like not super sticky at all. It's very elastic and it passed the window pane test. Basically the window pane test is when you can pinch off a piece of dough and pull it to be really thin so that you can almost see through it, hence window pane. Hitting the window pane test is super important, especially in super enriched doughs like this. Any kind of dough where you have a lot of fat present, like eggs, milk, or a lot of butter, that kind of fat is going to inhibit gluten formation. So you really want to make sure you've reached kind of its full potential with gluten. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to support itself or puff up to its full potential in proofing or in the oven. With super enriched doughs, it kind of might take a while to get window pane. It might take like 15 minutes. You might be there mixing for a while if there's a lot of fat in it. If you've hit the point in a recipe where it says that you should have reached window pane, but every time you try to pull one, your dough just tears and rips and you can't get a nice clean window pane, that's totally fine. Things happen, doughs are weird. Just pop it back on the mixer and let it keep mixing for like another minute or two and try again. Every mixer is different, mixing times are different, things are weird. So go more off of what your dough is telling you rather than what the recipe is telling you. So for this dough, since it's ready, I'm gonna pop this cover on it and we'll let it proof for 30 minutes, 45 minutes till it's puffed and pretty much doubled in size. Then I'm gonna knock it back and put it in the fridge for an hour. A lot of brioche style doughs will have you refrigerate it. I'm gonna just chill it for an hour because I'm planning on baking these same day. If you want these for breakfast, you can chill it in the refrigerator overnight. It re-solidifies all of the butter that's in this dough. Remember, it's like half a cup of butter in here. It makes the dough much, much easier to work with. You can skip that part, but your butter might just all melt out and you might have some kind of like really oily, greasy, dense dough. So I would chill it for at least an hour if you can swing it. In that time, while it's proofing and chilling, we can get our fillings ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab all the ingredients for that. For the filling for these, I really wanted something that was nutty and smooth and subtle and sweet and something a little bit different. So I decided on making a tahini frangipan. I am going to stick this in the refrigerator until we're ready to use it. Okay, so my mic was not recording. Would it be one of my videos if there was a moment where I forgot to turn my mic on? I don't think so. Basically all I was talking about was that dough has like a really interesting muscle memory. It kind of remembers everything you've done to it, which is why pre-shaping is so important. With these buns, I kind of already flattened them a little bit and I used a floured quarter cup measuring cup to make some like preliminary indents. These are likely gonna fill almost entirely back in when they go to proof, but it'll make it so that when I go to do this, to fill them, it'll be a lot easier because the dough will remember like, hey, I was already kind of in that shape before. So I'm gonna cover these and let them proof. It shouldn't take long. We're just looking for them to be puffy, and then we'll get to fill them and bake them and finally eat them. Oh my God, I'm so fucking hungry. I can't find my 2-inch deep 9-inch cake pan anywhere, so probably the worst idea ever. I'm using my 9-inch springform pan for an upside down cake. If this is in the video, that means it worked by some grace of all that is good, or you know, maybe it didn't, and I'm here to laugh about it to myself. So either way, we're gonna figure it out. This is just a mixture of brown sugar and butter. All right, so for this cake, we have brown butter, which if you need some help on how to brown butter, I have an entire video about cookies that breaks the entire process down of how to brown butter. We also have a blend of granulated sugar and brown sugar and what was supposed to be vanilla extract, but I ran out, so we're using vanilla bean paste. Whoop. Oh my gosh. That didn't break. That's a double yolk. Oh, Oh my god, do you see that? There was 2 of them. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Guys, this cake's gonna be lucky. So I'm gonna do the flour alternating with the wet ingredients. And then along with this final addition of flour, we're gonna be adding the rest of our dry ingredients. Baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Okay, so this is gonna go into the oven. Again, praying that it doesn't leak everywhere. You're gonna want like 2 to 3 inch tall cake pan. This is gonna go into a 350 oven until a toothpick comes out clean. When we go to flip it out, you are going to want to let it sit for like 5 minutes. It's kind of similar to the tarte tatin because there's like caramel and stuff underneath. You wanna make sure that the caramel kind of has a chance to harden up and stick to the cake, but not so long so that it's... I didn't spray this pan. But not so long so that it like sticks to the pan and stuff. You know what I mean? So really quick while this cake is baking, I kind of want to talk about why it works and why I made it the way I did. So typically when you make an upside down cake, you make like a quick caramel. You just kind of like melt butter and sugar together and you pour that into the bottom of your pan, and it's what keeps your fruit like looking nice and juicy, keeps it from totally drying out. So for this cake, because it's a stir together and it's already kind of quick, I didn't really want to add a component to it that was gonna be extra work. And you're already browning butter. I didn't want to put you back on the stove top. So you just melt butter and sugar together in the microwave, and it's not a lot. It's like a 1/4 cup of each, because I found that if you put too much, it made your cake look like goopy, if that makes sense. I don't know. I didn't want it to look too, I wanted it to look like a cake that had some integrity still, and like the fruit was still really juicy. Speaking of the cake, usually with a cake like this, a thicker cake, like a thicker batter, is what's going to keep your fruit from moving around too much, and what's going to keep your batter from like sinking in between the pieces of fruit. I did want this one to be a stir together and like kind of a quick cake, so unfortunately like a stand mixer was out. But in using butter, melting butter, as it cools when you mix the other ingredients, it does kind of like stiffen up again, so it gives you kind of something in between like a super thick like batter that you're gonna have to like smooth out and potentially disturb your fruit. It's like between that and something that's like super thin that you pour on top that might move the fruit around, if that makes sense. Okay guys, first of all, it worked. No leaking or anything anywhere. Here's the moment of truth. I really should have not used a cake plate, but here we are. Oh my gosh. She's literally so beautiful. Really quick, let's talk about the cake. She's beautiful. Full disclosure, after I poured the batter in, I realized that I forgot to spray the pan. So I had to scrape the cake batter out and pour it back in, which disturbed a little bit of my pattern, but I think it did hold for the most part. I'm pretty sure that I ate the peach that was right here. I'm gonna let this cool if I can, and then I'm gonna have a piece because I'm so excited. I think I'm like a normal amount of excited to eat this, but like, I don't know, maybe I'm not. It's been a long day of baking. Guster is literally sitting at my feet waiting for me to be done. Taste test. Oh my god. That's so good. Oh my god. It's like nutty and sweet and salty and like super well-rounded. And the bun itself is like so pillow soft. I could take a nap in here. It's like the best peach muffin that you've ever had, but like in bread form. I think I'm gonna eat one of these for breakfast every single day this week. And now I'm going for the cake. First of all, look at this beautiful slice. It's like super, super tender, but slices like a dream. Like cutting into it, the peaches don't like drag through or anything. Okay, we're gonna try this. The cake is like warm and tender, and the peaches on top are perfectly cooked. They're like not too mushy. They still have some integrity to them. This is so good. The sun right now is coming in really, really strong. So I'm sorry if I like can't see anything. I actually can't see myself in the viewfinder right now, so I have no clue what I look like. This really solidified for me that peach season is my favorite season. I love stone fruit in general, and plums. Oh my god, don't even get me started on plums. I love a plum. Honestly, any of this stuff will be good with any stone fruit. Oh my god, an apricot upside down cake, the brown butter with the apricot upside down cake. That would be so good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. I'm actually working on a really long video right now that you will not see for a couple of months. So I'm hoping to still get regular videos out in the meantime. I'm really sorry about my absence this summer. I swear to god, I don't go on like summer vacation as soon as May hits. Every year just like works out this way. The summer is just when I get nothing done, apparently. I think I have like inverse seasonal depression. Like when people get like sad in December, I think I turn into a recluse in the summer. It's awful. Let me know if you guys try any of these recipes or variations on any of them with like different fruits or anything. All my social medias will be linked down below. I would love to see. Please show me. I'll have the recipes in the description down below. You can find the full method of prep on my website, which will be linked in the description. If you liked this video, please like this video. It really informs like what I pick and what I do in the future. Thumbs up for peaches. Thumbs up if you love a peach. I hope you all are happy and safe wherever you are in the world. I'm sending all my love. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.